It's been one of those days as usual. So I've been here about 10 minutes at my final stop in Streeter. And some days you're really lucky, some days you're not. Just comes with the territory. But yeah, this lady's been kind of struggling to get unloaded. So I've been just kind of patiently sitting here. I cleaned the truck and I'm waiting, similar to what I ran into in Moline. And that's why it's usually better to try to move ahead of time. That way you could get to your stops and not run into other individuals. But this particular run, because I don't think I went over actually what it paid. This particular run went a total of 260 miles for $682, $2.63 per mile. And normally I don't take loads for that rate. I'm sure you guys that watch the channel know that. But earlier in the day, I got a cancellation out of Sauk Village, which should have been going over to Crest Hill, 36 miles for $175. It was a cancellation. So with that 175, I just kind of added to this and total it out at over $800 for both runs. And that's how I kind of make an excuse to take a load cheaper than what I normally will. The cancellation kind of covers what I'm not making on my rate per mile. So I try not to be petty in some situations and just work with what I can. Because I know some individuals, they run for 260, 270 per mile every night. Normally I'm able to get in upwards of $3.50, maybe even $4 oftentimes. But I do try to 10% of the time in a situation where I do have a cancellation, try to book something maybe at a cheaper rate. But yeah, finally now she's coming out. So I'm gonna be able to unload. I got 5 skids. And yeah, I'm gonna finish this trip up. I'm just finishing up at my Streeter stop. And when I left off, you can see the 10 Roads driver coming out of the Postal facility. And something I've been touching on, and I'm gonna keep touching on it, because I want owner operators to protect themselves, because it's something in the air. Postal facilities that were an issue in the past have now become a nuisance. Prime example, Streeter. I sat there patiently. I waited for over 10 minutes. When the 10 Roads driver was done unloading, she closed the truck up. Normally, as a courtesy, they'll leave the overhead door open. You already waited 10 minutes. Why do I need to close the overhead door? So then when you come in, you still gotta open it right back up to unload. So she closes the overhead, goes into the postal facility. She knows the workers, so she stood in there talking another 5 minutes. Then she comes out with one of the postal workers. The postal worker walks to one of the postal vehicles, but she was just coming out being messy. So as I'm bagging up, she crosses in front of the truck and kind of moseys her way up the ramp as slow as she can. As I get out of the truck and start to go up the ramp behind her, she walks in, let the door slam right in my face. Now, you walked in front of the truck as I was bagging up to the dock. When you came out, the 10 Roads driver departed. You saw me pull to the dock. You wait for me to get out. Start walking up the ramp, just let the door, bam, slam in my face. So I'm thinking maybe she's gonna open it back up, or maybe she's right on the inside. She goes into the postal facility and just leave me out there. I don't argue. I go over the rail, get in my truck, start scanning the freight. I'm not even gonna play into this little game that you're running. So after 5 minutes of me inside the truck, because I have 5 skids, I'm scanning the skids off of the truck, and I'm just being patient because I see this stuff coming from a mile away. So finally they open the overhead door back up, which didn't ever need to be closed in the first place, just funny business. And I didn't need to be barricaded out of the postal facility. So once they open the door, I start to come in, then they start to test with the trying to make me organize the skids. Each skid that comes in the door, go that way, go that way, go this way. Oh, that's not going to be able to be. So each skid, they want to direct you in a different location. And normally I tell them, hey, we don't organize. I'm not even supposed to be in here. But being nice, I put them where they need them to be placed, and they huffing them. You said you got 5. They asked me like 5 times, and I clearly said it's 5 skids total. You got 5 more? It's 5 skids total. 5 skids. I walked away. Walked away. So this is what I'm telling you guys that I'm seeing more and more often, especially from the postal facilities that have already caused issues in the past. The performance managers know what facilities are problematic pertaining to USPS because they get reported by drivers all the time. That's lead me into what I want to tell you guys. In these testy situations, as you guys could see in one of my previous videos where I went over to the Bolingbrook location, you can deal with these people accordingly. They can report whatever interaction they feel necessary. They don't have to be honest or truthful. I had a guy say I was arguing with him while I was on the phone with ROC and the call was being recorded. So this is what I'm telling you, to protect yourself in a lot of these situations. If you're having an issue at the postal facility, report that in the trip notes immediately, in real time, the second it happens. That way, if they report it after you, you've already said something, and that stuff does not come out of the trip notes. That's in there permanently, forever. So that's something I want to tell you guys when you're having issues at these postal facilities, because I'm telling you, it's like they're creating them, and they're watching you intensely, waiting for these skids to fall over. They want a show on your behalf. So they want the owner-operators to put a show on for them. I also believe places like the Streeter location, which is known for reporting drivers, are playing off of that. And they're trying to provoke drivers to become irate and get belligerent so they can report you to Amazon and get you banned. And I'm sure they've got a few people banned because a lot of individuals can't control their emotions. And that's why I speak to them as little as possible, because I don't need you saying I said nothing. Like I kept telling them, it's 5 skids. 5 more, 5 total. 5 skids, done talking. That'll turn into you called them out their name or something, just you playing them games. So I let them know, man, I'm not here to play. I'm trying to do my job to the fullest extent. But if you push me, all of this stuff will get left on the dock. I'll create a note in the system and get out of here. So that's my advice to you. In these issues, report them immediately in the trip notes to protect yourself. There's something in the air, something going on with these postal workers. And I'm not the only individual experiencing this. So just protect yourself at all costs. And with that being said, you guys stay safe out there. Take it easy and have a good one. Appreciate you.